Hello and welcome back to the table. We're talking about tapping into your inner power, no matter what you've gone through. Lifestyle strategist Dr. Sonja Stribling pushed through a series of personal hardships. You've just heard her talking about them. And then turned to some tough experiences and turned those tough experiences into lessons for all of us in books, on TV. And joining the conversation now is Portia show viewer Maria Warren. She says a bit of uncertainty standing in the way of her professional and personal growth, says she needs a little bit of help tapping in. Welcome, Maria. Let's tap in. First of all, let's talk about what's holding you back a little bit.
You know, Portia, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm having a pinch me moment because I'm here with Portia.
Oh, well, thank you.
But yeah, one of the things that I have been struggling with, I'm in a new phase of my life. It's a new chapter. For many, many years, I worked in corporate America, and, you know, everything is all structured and you're told what to do.
Yes.
You know, but at this point, I went through something during COVID, during the pandemic, and it was very traumatic for me. I had some losses, and just my whole way of thinking kind of was transformed into where I want to be more fulfilled. I want to do something that makes me feel good.
COVID did that for a lot of folks, right?
And I was struggling. I really was. I was struggling with my mental wellness. You know, I was into some depression and anxiety as well. So in getting well, I did, you know, seek some help and getting well and
you
feeling.
got some therapy.
I did.
That's good. Own it. Love it. Right? You have to own that.
I did.
Because that's the powerful moment too. That helped, right?
I did. It really did.
Good.
It helped me to realize that what I didn't have a capacity for anymore was like not being fulfilled. You know, I want this next chapter to be my best chapter. So what I was trying to do, what led me to do is go back to my foundation.
And the foundation is?
The foundation is my parents owned a restaurant here in the Atlanta area back in the 90s.
Okay.
For years. It was over in the historic West End.
Okay.
So we did.
Our viewers are looking at.
Oh yeah, my dad.
That's Daddy.
That's Dad.
Oh, look like Daddy.
We call him Chef.
For
That
sure.
was Chef.
Yes.
Chef had some really great recipes, and we had a really great following. I worked and managed the restaurant for about 10 years.
So you're ready to follow in his footsteps.
I feel like I kind of owe it as a legacy. I think I kind of owe it to them to leave something behind. And then too, for soul food, it's kind of like a lost art. It's like people are not exploring it. It's more than just food. It's our culture.
Absolutely.
And that's something that I want to keep going.
So where is, because I know you've got some questions for Dr. Sonja as well.
Yeah, and I got some answers.
What's the holding you back part? Because we can see you cook too, right?
I can.
But is it the business acumen? Because you've got the corporate experience. What's stopping you?
It's more creative. It's a more creative space, and I want to write a cookbook. But I want the cookbook to be more than just recipes. I want it to be stories. You know, there's a lot of stories to tell.
Shaping and framing what your vision looks like.
Resources, you know, working for other folks.
Yeah. Doc, so how do you tap into your power when you've got all these great ideas, but you can't quite narrow them down and get them in a vision?
First, I'm going to say, number one, thank you for thinking outside of corporate America. That's number one. Number two, thank you for thinking about what does my next level look like? What does the better version of me look like? You said cooking. I just got hungry just thinking about it, seeing the pictures and things like that. But think about it like this. The first step is, how do you let people know what it is that you love to do? That's your passion. That's what you love. And this is how you go from passion to profit. Start to share the things out there for people to know what you do. And I love that you said this is not just about a restaurant. This is not just about food. It is about a movement, and it's a culture that is lost. The Sunday dinner with family and all of that.
The conversation.
I think about it. I feel guilty right now with my kids when they come home. I need to cook Sunday dinner. Okay, a chef or somebody gonna do that. But nonetheless, start thinking about what does that look like. The number one thing that's out there right now that is absolutely free to us to get marketing is what? Social media.
Yeah.
If you're afraid of the camera right now, I'm gonna say, please get over it real quick, because people need to know that you exist, and then really start thinking about what does this cookbook look like?
Yeah.
Food to the soul, food to the heart, food to the mind, and really helping people.
Exactly. And I know, Maria, one of your questions I see here was about kickstarting the writing process. Obviously, you're a brilliant writer. Yeah. You know how to tell your stories. Quickly, just how do you get to that next level, the ideas, and get it on paper or on the laptop, so to speak?
How about on a recording? How about you pick up your phone and get a recording and record for 10 to 15 minutes? And then you can add the recipes and things that you want to do in there and send that over to someone.
Had you thought of doing
I
it
had
that
not
way?
thought of
Because you're
doing it
thinking
that
you got to
way.
start with these
I'm
sentences.
sitting in front of the laptop.
Just say it. Wonderful. All right, let's get your other question here. It was about conquering nervousness, right?
Yes.
I know people are like, you never get nervous, right?
I do
We
get
still
nervous.
get
They ask
nervous
me, I
all
still
the
get
time.
nervous.
So what do you do?
I just sit back and say, Lord, thank you for this opportunity. And two, if I don't do this, somebody's not going to, that's looking for me is not going to find me. So let me get over me and make this about everyone else that needs to hear this.
Yeah.
So just start doing it, and you'll help you with your nerves of being out there in front of people. And know, again, it's not about you, it's about the people that you can reach.
Yeah, and the gifts that God has given you. What a legacy you had. You saw your parents do this.
Yes.
And that's such a good way to start. And you've got the corporate experience. Isn't it that concept of being able to weave
Well,
the
I always
skills
say,
and
I got to say
experience?
this, is a lot of folks think coming from corporate America and then coming into entrepreneur world, building a business and a company is somewhat the same, but it's a little bit more challenging because, as you said, corporate has a structure.
Yep.
You get to structure this however you want. You get to live life on your own terms. That's the challenging thing. And so getting someone that can guide you and mentor you along the way is going to be so key for you.
All right, good place to pause. Good advice?
Very good
You feeling
advice.
empowered?
Oh, yeah.
Feeling like you've tapped in?
Okay.
Good job,
Tap
Doc.
in.
Good job,
Tap
Doc.
in
All right, stay
now.
with us. We got more advice coming. Up next, Dr. Sonja is going to tell us how we can all awaken our inner power. What's standing in the way of plugging in? We're going to talk about it when we return. Hey there, Portia here. Listen, that was a good conversation, wasn't it? Want to see the rest of it? Just go to portiashow.com, scroll down until you see that particular episode. But listen, before you scroll on out of here, I need you to do me a favor, please. Like, comment, let us know what you thought of that episode, and subscribe. And if you already are a subscriber, we sure appreciate you. In the meantime, we'll be sure to see you on the next episode of Portia, and you can catch us weeknights on Fox Soul as well. Tell your friends. Tell them to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.